Hello everyone. Well, in this video we're going to be taking a quick look at one of the many systems that was added to the game recently as we transitioned into Class Change 2 and as well as we went into the new year, and that is the Research Institute Batch Purchase Event system that was added to the guild menu. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this is a all servers wide event that's synced across all servers, but if you don't have this event in your server yet, then most likely it will unlock after you progress into Class Change 2. So without further ado, let's jump into the guild menu and take a look at how this system works. So when you access the guild menu, you will see a new icon on the right hand side called Batch Purchase, and that's how you enter the event menu. So the way this works is relatively straightforward. When you enter the guild menu every single day and go to water the guild tree, the first time you water the tree, you will be given one random Tetris block here. And then using that Tetris block, you can go to any of the orders you see listed along the bottom here and submit your Tetris blocks if you have a piece that matches what is required for that order. So let's understand how these orders works, because as you can see here, there's three different order types. There's urgent orders, there's mandatory orders, and then there's standard orders. So they all have slightly different submission requirements, and let's go over them quickly so you understand. So for urgent orders, you have to submit the specific blocks in the specific locations that it tells you. So when you have not completed the urgent orders, you will see that there's silhouettes of the required pieces in their specific locations. Now, once all the pieces have been submitted to the order, then you can claim the rewards at the top here. All guild members can claim these rewards. However, if you've only been in the guild for less than 3 days, you will not be able to claim any of these rewards. So if you're in a guild and you're confused why you can't get the rewards, if you've been in the guild for less than 3 days, you will not be able to claim those rewards. So do keep that in mind. So you have these urgent orders, there's 10 of them, and like I said, you submit the required blocks into the exact locations that they should be, and then the purchase order is complete and everyone can claim the rewards. Then you move on to mandatory orders, which no longer actually has a specific location that they're asking you to place the blocks. However, it shows you at the top which blocks need to be placed on the grid. Now, this does mean for mandatory order, it is possible for people to grief. So if someone was going to take this block and just place it stupidly in the middle, then it would block the appropriate location that you would have to put the rest of the blocks in order to put all the required ones on the grid. So what can you do about this? Luckily, if you're a guild, in the guild leadership, you can actually press the X button on members' submitted blocks, and this will send it back to their inventory. Now note that you cannot take blocks out of already completed orders. You can only, as a guild leader or officer, I think it is, you can let me just double check actually. Yeah, guild leaders, vice leaders, and officers all have the authority to remove blocks that people have submitted to puzzles that have to orders that have not yet been completed. Now, if you are a member, you can also remove one of the blocks you yourself have submitted. So if you accidentally place a block in the wrong place, you can just take it back and try again. Keep in mind, like I said, it will get locked once the order is complete. So this is really useful. That way, if people are griefing you over and over again, you can just simply, as a guild leader, you can just quickly remove their puzzle piece off the board and then continue. And luckily, as you can see here, it does show people's names. So if you have someone who's constantly griefing your purchase orders, the evidence is right there. You can kick them if you need to. Thankfully, they did have that in mind, because there is the potential to be griefed. They did give leadership the possibility to deal with griefers, either by removing their puzzle pieces or simply kicking them from the guild if they continue to grief. So after you do the mandatory orders, then you get to standard orders, which, as you can see here, no longer has a specific block requirement, but simply says you just have to make sure you have enough blocks to cover 25 of the grid squares. So that is how the system progresses. And generally speaking, as you can see here, the urgent orders and mandatory orders both have a good amount of rewards. And as you get to standard, the rewards go down. So I would for sure prioritize all of your blocks into both the urgent and mandatory orders first, before then going to the standard orders and using all your materials there. So with that all explained, yeah, so then the last few things that need to be explained is if you do have any leftover Tetris blocks at the end of the event, they will expire. So if this will be a recurring event, then you will not be able to save any additional blocks for the next time the event comes around. So make sure you're submitting all of your blocks before the end of the event. Now, one thing as well, you can see here that there are 25 standard orders that are unlocked and 25 standard orders that are locked. In order to unlock these locked standard orders, you can see here, you can unlock a new order by completing a standard one. So you can, if you complete all 25 of these standard orders here, you will then unlock all 25 of the locked standard orders. So that is how you progress through this system. You can collect all of your rewards throughout the standard orders and then through the currently locked ones as well. And anyways, you can see here it is quite a lot of rewards. There's cat sugar and cat butter for the cat bun system. There's mount saddles and horseshoes for the mount system, Melomon XP, and of course the ever needed guild shop currency, which you can use to purchase items in the service area here. And as your guild continues to level up, you will see you get more and more materials you can buy, including tons of XP, which is quite useful, summoning strings, raw materials, pet food, grow snacks. It's a very valuable set of resources there. And then as you go down, you'll see here what's interesting, urgent order. I thought when I first unlocked the system, I thought, okay, yeah, urgent gives the most reward, then mandatory will give slightly less rewards, and then standard gives less. But actually, if you can see here, mandatory actually gives slightly more rewards than urgent, which is kind of unusual. Yeah, so that's a strange one. But then if you do go to standard, you will see it does have the least rewards. You only have 10 cat sugar, 10 mount saddles, and 1 standard move XP instead of the 50 cat sugar, 10 cat butter, 80 saddles, and 2 horseshoes, and an epic, and this 50 guild shop currency. So there you have it. I think it's pretty cool to see this as a system. I like seeing more. For me personally, I like to see more guild-related events. That's something to me that I think that if there's anything in Go Go Muffin that could be improved upon, it would be the guild member interactions within the guild system. So right now, guilds are basically like a social hub where you can keep people close by to invite them to parties, help them with their runs, and so on. But as the game progresses, I think it'll be really nice to see more and more of these events targeted specifically for your guild, and maybe even more competitive guild modes. Like one thing that's often discussed is guild bosses, for example, with ranking and these types of things. So if you have any ideas on what you'd like to see in the guild system, do leave it in the comments down below. I think this is a fun little event with plenty of rewards up for offer, and I'd like to see them do more stuff like this in the future. So anyway, hope you liked that short little guide to how the system works. Hit that like button if you did, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit the notification bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. And if you haven't joined the Discord, there's plenty of fun stuff going on there. The link is in the description down below, and that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Have a good one. Bye.